Hi everyone, I'm Paulette Morrissey from Tulip Square, and today I'm going to show you how to make a 9-square disappearing block. It's kind of a cute little framed style block, and it looks like you've got some big squares and some small squares and some rectangles. There's no diagonal sewing or cutting on this one, so it's nice and easy. It's very quick. You make 9 squares and you cut it apart, and you've got cute little blocks like this. And when you use several colors, you can have opposite blocks and make all different ones. Makes a very cute quilt. So let's head over to the sewing machine and get started. Today I'm going to show you another disappearing block. This is a disappearing 9-square, slightly different than some of the other ones I've shown you. And what you're going to need is, you're going to do this one, you're going to have to make 2 9-square blocks. So you're going to need 2 accent squares, which will be the center of each of the 2 blocks. And then I've got 4 different colors. And I'm using solid colors just so it's nice and clear what I did. I think I'm just going to put these 2 pink and purple in one square and the blues and greens in one square, like so. So I'm going to just sew these 3 squares of each row into 3 little rows, and nice accurate 1/4 inch seams. I've got my 3 strips sewn and pressed, and when you press pieces like this for a 9-square, make sure that you pick one color and press towards it on all the pieces. Like I pressed towards the pink, and I counted this as a pink because it's not a purple. So I pressed towards the pink on all pieces, so that when I sew these together, they will nestle nicely because they are always going in opposite directions. And that also helps you keep your seams lined up and your squares lined up nicely. So now I'm going to sew these 3 strips into one 9-square block. Now I've got a nice, simple 9-square block. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the blues and greens. Alright, now I've got both colors of blocks done. So what you're going to do with both blocks, and I'm going to show you this, is you're going to go take them to your cutting table, and you're going to cut a 2-inch strip off the top and the bottom of each square, and then you're going to cut 2 inches off the side of each. But don't leave it all together and just make this cut and this cut and this cut, or you'll cut off these corners, and you don't want to do that. So cut tops and bottoms, and then cut sides. And you cut 2 inches. These are 2 inches wide, each one of them. And you do that with both blocks. So now you've got all of these pieces in your pink purples square, and you've got all these pieces from your blue green square. So what you basically do is you swap edges. Okay, so I'm going to just sew these side pieces on here, 1/4 inch seams as always. And then I'm going to also take 2 short pink pieces and sew them to the sides of the blue pieces. I'm going to go press these towards those strips I just sewed. And now I'm just going to sew the longer pieces to the sides. Again, if you turn this over and this over, and they're going the same direction, like here, I'm just going to go back and press these this way so they nestle nicely. Now when you sew these last strips, make sure these 2 seams line up right here and here by your center circle, your center square, because these ends will hang off. These are longer than this because there's a seam in here. So you lose a 1/2 inch right here. So this will hang off a 1/2 inch this way, and this will hang off a 1/2 inch this way. So make sure these are lined up, these 2. Now I have 2 blocks that are basically opposite of each other, and all I'm going to do is cut off those little tabs. And you can do that either with your rotary cutter, or you can cut them off carefully with your scissors. And there we have the 2 blocks. These are, right now, they're 10 inches square. So once you lose your 1/2 inch for sewing them into anything, these are 9.5 inches square. But there you go. So now you know how to make a disappearing 9-square block. These are pretty easy, quick to make. They make nice quilts. This is a good square in the middle that would make something, one of your fussy cuts would look really nice in there. You could do ones for kids, ones for babies, ones for people who like something specific, flowers in there or whatever, animals. You can download the PDF. It's in the description below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notify bell so you know when we're putting up a new video, which is every Saturday morning. Just about 10 o'clock we put up a new video. So we hope you have a good week, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.